There's one thing about this kitchen that tipped me off to needing a complete rework of the design, and that being the refrigerator's placement. First off, it's blocking the pathway through to the mudroom. Secondly, it can't even open all the way because it doesn't have the 4-inch minimum clearance on the hinge side, making the drawers and rolling shelves inside non-functional, which is pretty crazy. And third, because the refrigerator is 10 plus feet away from the freezer with a long wall of useless counter. So let's rework it, starting with the orientation. Whenever possible, unless it's a true modern home, and in that case, experimental is good, I like to always orient the kitchen where you're walking into it face on. It's a much better approach than from the side, both visually and also functionally for someone working in the kitchen, because then they can look out over kids or guests. Since there's so much space, you could add a breakfast table off the island in front or have 2 skinny islands if you're into that trend. The range will go behind with the sink in front. If you're going with this type of layout, make sure to have at least 4'6" to 5 foot between the island and back wall so that 2 people can operate in the same space at once. This corner will have full height cabinetry, and this wall will now be the new home to the refrigerators. I prefer to always opt for French doors over 36-inch doors so you can open them and it not obstruct too much space. A coffee bar in the corner that's easily accessible to everyone in the house without disrupting anyone's cooking or washing. And I'm adding a cased opening to this keeping room for it to become a sitting area or a playroom. Here's what we started with, and here are the changes that I would make to this design for future builds. One last thing, if you have a huge pantry like this on 2 exterior walls, it should absolutely have windows and become a beautiful butler's pantry.